What is going on, Grinders? It's Chief. We are in the building. It is Take Your Pick'em. It is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. And I am once again elated to come on and talk to all you beautiful people and discuss the DFS industry, discuss a version of DFS that is Pick'em. So thank you for joining me. Once again, like I said, it's always just a thrill and something I thoroughly enjoy trying to come on and talk with you guys and help you put a few more dollars in your pockets along the way. So without further ado, for those of you that have been listening, we will have winning words of wisdom. Yesterday, we foregoed winning words of wisdom to talk about the article. I will plug the article yet again, and hopefully you guys, if you haven't read the article, please, go on RotoGrinders. There's it's a short, well, I don't want to say short, but a small editorial that I did discussing the recent changes in the DFS industry. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys just take a look, take a read at it. You could always give me feedback. I'm always open to feedback because I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for myself. I'm here to help you guys be better and sometimes give you some thought-provoking content. And I think that was the piece that we tried to get across. Daniel, thanks for joining us. Jeff, thanks for joining us. It is time for Winning Words of Wisdom. And I'm going to paraphrase something from Chelsea Clinton. And here's what she was saying. She was saying, yes, it may be cheesy, but I want to have a positive impact on the world. And so I'm all about that. I'm all about positivity. I'm all about spreading good news. I'm all about supporting our community. I'm all about helping those that are in need. And so as you come in contact, as you guys, if you're younger kids or younger teenagers or younger adults, if you're listening to this, you're going to gain some life experience. And as you gain life experience, you're going to continue. Mr. Mike, good morning, my brother. Good afternoon, excuse me. As you gain life experience, your perspectives are going to change. As you have children, if you have children, you'll have a totally different outlook on the world that you want your children to live in. And so as a result, it always behooves us to treat people the way we want to be treated on a daily basis, to do the right thing, even when no one's watching. And perhaps that's the winning words of wisdom for the day. Do the right thing, even when no one is watching. And I think you will come out ahead in this beautiful thing that we call life. Okay, we're going to go over our recap. For those of you that joined us yesterday, yes, a sweep was in order, and we did get the sweep. So that was fantastic. The sweep definitely, my bank account definitely felt like we had a sweep. And so I was so glad that we were able to get that. As I said, we're going to close out this month, and our plan is to close out this month big and on top. The record for the month of August, 28, 24, and 1. The sweep definitely helped us push forward a little bit. We're going to try to push even further out today. Paul Blackburn yesterday, we wanted less than 2.5 earned runs. We were able to get that one. We had James Paxton. We had him at 17 pitching outs and 16.5. People were, I think one person in the prop shop says that, hey, at 16.5, we want less than. Yes, we took that one as well. We were able to get the W. Tuki Toussaint, we wanted more than 4.5 hits. He actually ended up dropping to 4 hits, so we climbed on board a little bit more, took the value there. Either way, Tuki Toussaint had 6 hits against him, and we were able to get the sweep. So we've got J3. He said, on this Taco Tuesday, I would like to give thanks to Dean. You can do that on the next show. Dean actually doesn't show up on this show. This is let's call it the prelude to Grinders Live. So thank you guys for joining us, and we're going to hop right in. So on today, we got a couple plays that I like. We do have tacos. It is Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks. So if you're into those tacos, we already had one pass us by. One was a Taiwan Walker. I just used it because obviously the taco was great value, but I don't like Taiwan Walker for what it's worth. For what it's worth, we do have a taco available right now. Alyssa Thomas at 30.5. Points, rebounds, assists. That one is available currently, and I've already got something in with that. So some of these plays that I'm going to discuss with you today are plays that we've paired with the taco. And so right out of the gate, we're going to Tampa Bay. We've got Zach Little. He's pitching today against the Colorado Rockies. Folks, I'm not sure if you've been tracking Little. I'm not saying Little is some spectacular pitcher, but he's been able to get through innings pretty efficiently. In close to 80 pitches, Zach Little has been getting through roughly 6 innings. We've got him at 15 and a half pitching outs today, facing one of the worst offenses in baseball since the All-Star break because of trades and because of some injuries and things like that. I think Zach Little has a chance to get the job done here. So at 15 and a half, I really like the spot. Fernando, thanks for joining us, brother. And then we've got Yao Pete. He said, this is Taco Tuesday. It's also 10% Tuesday. Take 10% of your ROI and give it to a charity. For those of you that are not in the prop shop, we actually gave some money to one of our members, not directly, obviously. He supports the local food bank there. He dropped the link. We all donated to that local food bank, and that place was blessed. Next month, we've got a good member of the prop shop, Lucky Joe. We're going to donate to his local food bank there in Arkansas, and we're going to see if we can keep this thing rolling. And by the end of the year, we're going to try to all get together and take one area of the country. We're going to put an angel tree together for them, and we're just going to donate to that particular facility and let them help all of those kids and help those that are less fortunate. So if you're in the prop shop, you'll see stuff like that floated around, and this is what we're all about. We want to be good DFS players. We want to be good pick'em players, but we also want to be good citizens. And so I definitely think that's the way to do that. Yao Pete, thank you so much for contributing positively to society. So let's hop back in this thing. We've got Zach Little. He's facing the Colorado Rockies, and once again, I'm not going to say this team is all-time bad. I think I've seen worse. But I will say that I do think the Colorado Rockies are at the bottom of the barrel as we close out the rest of this season. So when we look at the strikeout rates here, yes, I know they got Charlie Blackmon back, and I get that. Tovar still at 25%. McMahon still at 28%. Rogers still at 27%. Nolan Jones still at 32%. Elias Diaz still at 23.5, Profar at 19, Togley at 29.8, and Brenton Doyle at 33.5. So once again, we've got massive strikeout rates here. We don't have a lot of power at the bottom of this lineup. We do have some guys, Blackmon, Tovar, McMahon, and Jones. Obviously, those guys have some power, but those guys also have fairly high strikeout rates. When we look at Zach Little, what we will see is that to righties, the ground ball rate is pretty good. We've got him at 47.6% on the season. And in the past 30 days to righties, that has elevated to 51%. So we are seeing the fact that Little has been able to limit the power to righties. He does have a hard contact problem, but what I'm hoping is that he's facing a team that he should be able to get through innings efficiently. And so as a result, at 15 and a half pitching outs, we want more than that particular projection. Hang on, folks. It's going to be a pitching out show. Let's just call it that, because our next one is coming up. We're going to stay right in that vein. We're going out to Cleveland, where the Guardians are facing the Dodgers. Folks, guess what? We've got Noah Syndergaard on the mound. We want less than 15 and a half pitching outs. He is facing the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers are one of the better teams in baseball. Not only do they have power, they have low strikeout rates, they have high walk rates. This team should be able to handle Noah Syndergaard today. In fact, when we look at the numbers here, Noah Syndergaard doesn't walk a lot of bats. That means a lot of pitches are going to be in his zone. That should spell well for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Low K rates, high walk rates. If he's going to continue to pitch in the zone, I think we're going to continue to see hits flying in Cleveland today. When we look at what Noah Syndergaard is throwing, you're going to see here right out of the gate, throwing some fastball, throwing some slider, curveball, changeup, sinker. He's got a nice pitch mix. I'm not going to lie. The pitch mix looks good. But once again, when you've got the Dodgers in your stadium, we look at the fastball. Most of these guys are going to hit fastballs well. Now, once again, and you've heard me talk about this, sliders, guys typically don't hit sliders well, but they're not going to get the slider 100% of the time. So if we see in the middle of this lineup, Muncy, Peralta, Hayward, Outman, Bush, these guys aren't hitting sliders well. We're going to give Bush a pass. He's only got 6 plate appearances this season, so we're going to give Bush a pass. We go to the curveball. We'll see the numbers get better for the Dodgers, right? Overall, we'll see better numbers on the curveball and the sinker. You'll see a much better contact because he's throwing this pitch to try to get ground ball out. So what you'll notice, much lower K rates, whole lot of contact. What he's hoping is that he's going to keep the ball on the ground. All in all, though, when we look at the strikeout rate for Noah Syndergaard at 14% on the season, This is just god-awful. It's terrible, to be quite honest with you. Over the last 30 days, he's at 11, 17% to lefties, 8% to righties. I don't care which side of the plate we're getting it from. He's giving up a 242 ISO to lefties, a 242 ISO to righties, a 375 WOBA to lefties, which is weighted on base average, and a 400 WOBA to righties for a grand total on average of 242 ISO on the season. And then he's got a 388 WOBA on the season. Folks, the Dodgers should be able to score some runs. I'm hoping they can score them early, often, and as they continue to run up the pitch count for Noah Syndergaard at 15.5 pitching outs, which is right at 5 innings, 15.5 pitching outs is 5 innings, and we get that half for the win or the loss. If he goes to 16, we lose. If he stays at 5 innings pitched, we win. We want less than 15.5 pitching outs. I'm hoping and concluding, in my opinion, that Noah Syndergaard has a tough day on the mound. And so we're hoping the Dodgers show up, do what they're supposed to do, and send this man packing early. And if they do that, I think we'll be in good spirits as these plays continue to come in. All right, we're moving to our last one. Yes, it is going to be another pitching outs play. I don't feel as good about this one. So if I was going to probably make a power, I think I'd take Little and Syndergaard. I do like this one, and I think you'll understand. I just have not had great success with the St. Louis Cardinals. But once again, Johan Oviedo at 17.5 pitching outs, we want less than that projection. Gosh, Cardinals, just show up and do your jobs today. Oviedo has not been pitching well lately. And I'm saying lately because recently, not only is he not getting through the innings, he's also giving up a ton of runs. And so when we look at Oviedo on the season, 20% K rate, 22.6% to lefties, 17.5% to righties, walking guys at a 9% clip, a lot more than lefties. So let's say about 4% more to lefties at 11.3% and 7.3% to righties. Over the past 30 days, walk rate has really come up 11% overall. 13.8% to lefties, 9.8% to righties. If he's going to walk this team and he's going to have guys on the base paths, we're going to see Johan Oviedo in some serious trouble here. So one of the things that I like that I'm seeing here, the Cardinals still have low K rates. Can they make some good contact today? Can they put the ball in play, right? Can Babbitt be on our side? I sure hope so. And Dan, thank you. Dan says that Syndergaard is at 16.5 pitching outs on Sleeper. Dan, thank you. Let's get that in. Shout out to Dan for pointing out a site where we're getting a slightly better line. That's another way to continue to be profitable. You find some better lines, you get on that, you make a little money. Now, I know Sleeper has changed their payout structure, so I know they have this multiplier, but hey, that's okay. Find the good spots and continue to profit. Nathan, thanks so much for joining us, brother. Good morning. Good afternoon. And Kitty, also, thank you for joining. Hopefully you can leave with those pockets full today. We're hoping that we can keep this song on repeat and get us another sweep. So back to Mr. Oviedo here. When we look at what he's throwing now, Oviedo did change his pitch mix some this season, right? But we look, he's throwing about 44% fastball right now. I'm going to tell you ahead of time, this team is going to hit fastballs well. Look at this. Overall, 11% for Edman, 12% for Burleson, 26% for Goldsmith, 50% for Arenado. And I'm not naming everyone, but the power numbers, folks, on the fastball. Massive power numbers for the St. Louis Cardinals today. 173 for Edman, 282 for Burleson, 198 for Goldsmith, 421. That's big time for Nolan Arenado, 284 for Contreras, 154 for O'Neill, 282 for Walker. And then we've got Palacios and Mason Wynn, who these guys are call-ups, obviously, haven't had a lot of plate appearances. DJ Meta comment, I don't mind that, brother. If I could, I would. I'm not in a state where that is available to me. So I do like the money lines. I agree with you on that call for sure. I think the money lines could be perfecto for you. All right, so yes, back to the Cardinals here. I mean, they've got massive power numbers on the fastball, folks, and he's throwing that at about a 44% clip. And so as a result, if they're just going to sit on the fastball, can the Cardinals turn a corner today and just score the runs? If they do that, folks, we're going to be sitting pretty 17.5. Basically, we're saying, hey, does Johan Oviedo get through 6 innings? I don't think so. The way he's been pitching recently and with this team, All we need him to do is put the ball in play a few times, and I think Oviedo will work himself out of the game. Folks, guess what? This is a great show. Thanks, guys. I'm so elated that all of you guys came in to join us. Thank you for supporting the content. I'm Chief. This has been Take Your Pick'em. We're going over our recap, and then we'll get you guys out of here. So we're basically sitting on the pitching outs variety today. We've got Zach Little pitching against Colorado. He plays for the Tampa Bay Rays. At 15.5 pitching outs, he's been efficient. Continue to be efficient today. We want more than 15.5 pitching outs, more than that projection. We've got Noah Syndergaard. Now on PrizePicks, he's at 15.5. Is at 16.5 on Underdog and some other sites. Obviously, go ahead on out and get him there. I do have less than 15.5 on PrizePicks as well. I've got that paired with the taco, and I will be dropping this particular card in the prop shop once this show is over at 15.5 pitching outs and 16.5. Obviously, we want less than that projection. We've got Johan Oviedo at 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection. Folks, I'm Chief. This has been Take Your Pick'em. Come in with your pockets empty. Leave with your pockets full. Let's get the sweep. Let's sweep it 2 days in a row. And I'll see you tomorrow.